Good afternoon, Berks Country on WEEU. Our musical guest today is a three-piece rockabilly band from Montgomery County. Their new album is called Christmas Show Live. Let's welcome Red Hill Ramblers.
Small town Christmas, yeah, you know I wouldn't miss it. Small town Christmas, and you would know I'm coming home. Yeah, you know I'm coming home. Well, we're walking in those fields of white, underneath the stars at night, when you're with the ones you love. So put that wreath back on the door, just like you done the years before. 'Cause it's still a Christmas to me. Small town Christmas, yeah, you know I wouldn't miss it. Small town Christmas, and you would know I'm coming home. Yeah, you know I'm coming home. Christmas, yeah, you know I wouldn't miss it. Small town Christmas, and you know I'm coming home. Yeah, you know I'm coming home. Well, once again, it's a time of year for a white snowman and little reindeer, and everyone you know gathers. So put that wreath back on the door, just like you done the years before. It's still a Christmas to me. Small town Christmas, yeah, you know I wouldn't miss it. Small town Christmas, and you know I'm coming home. Yeah, you know I'm coming home.
Red Hill Ramblers live here on WEEU. That was awesome, guys.
Thank you.
How about some band introductions?
I'm Steve Mallon. I play guitar and sing.
Mike Mallon, bass and somewhat sing.
That's Joe Covell back there.
Covell, his snare mic.
We don't give him a vocal mic too often, but it's Joe Covell on the drums back there.
And Joe, I gotta say, I admire the Slayer, spelled like Santa and his sleigh. That is a beautiful Christmas sweater.
And reindeer blood instead of reindeer blood.
Is that sold by the band Slayer, or did somebody innovative?
Hot Topic did it.
Hot Topic did it. That's really clever. So, so I understand that you guys started off some years ago as a punk band before changing up into rockabilly.
Yeah, Mike and I started back in 91 in playing punk. Actually, our first gigs ever were in Reading, an old club called Unisound.
Oh, wow.
At 5th and Beach or something or whatever. That's where we started at in 91. And then we always were Straight Cats fans, rockabilly fans, and all that stuff, but never thought we could do it or whatever. And then a couple bands broke up. We got together with some guys around 99 and started doing rockabilly then. So
So you started rockabilly in 1999, and this band, for better or worse, has been together for this whole time?
Well, not really. The 99, it was a band called the Roadhogs.
Okay.
And it was a different singer and a different drummer. But me and Mike, once that broke up, me and Mike got Joe and kept going with this name. Yeah.
Awesome.
So
you guys do original music, you do cover songs, and you do Christmas stuff.
Yeah.
How big of a part of your act is the Christmas music?
The Christmas music itself isn't all that big. We basically, that was an original Christmas song we wrote. And then we're going to do another one in a couple songs from now, which is a cover. But we don't do too many Christmas songs, but we do a lot of Christmas-type stuff around the holidays. We
Cool.
do, like our Christmas Live CD that's out. We recorded live last year. And we do, we get into it. And it's a big part of, we do a lot of Christmas-type stuff. So.
The release date I found on Google said that came out just November 23rd of this year. Is that right?
Black Friday, yeah.
So that is literally brand new.
Yeah, it's very brand new.
Yep.
That's pretty exciting.
Yeah, we've been wanting to do something live for a while, but you know how it is to try to get a live setting with the right gear moved and set up for a show.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of a live in-house studio party type show.
At my place, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you guys have another album, if I've got all my info right, called Getting By, and that came out in 2011?
Yes, 2011.
Okay.
Yep. And we have a new album, which we're hoping to be out soon after the new year, maybe January,
Okay.
maybe early February. So another full length of all original stuff.
About 10, 11 tracks.
Something close to 10 tracks, yeah.
And how can people get their hands on or stream your music?
I still use CDs. So
Yeah.
Mike knows all the streaming stuff better than I do.
Yeah, we're pretty much on all the major and even some of the European streaming sites, Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Music, Deezer, which is I guess it's a Italian company.
Okay.
We're pretty much anywhere streamable. Pandora.
Awesome.
Whatever the kids are doing these days.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's funny that you mention it, because that evolution, whether you started on vinyl or cassette or CD, it is a big change every time you sort of make a leap to listening on a new medium, and whether that's all streaming or Spotify or CDs or MP3s,
Right.
It's always changing.
Well, I would say I store a lot of the merchandise at my place, and the first the Roadhog CDs, you could see the numbers dropping for the amount that we would sell, and then the Red Hole Ramblers album, they're not selling as much as they are anymore. But you go online and you look at the streams, and the streams are higher, so it's like the verse between the physical product and the streaming product it's a changing. Everything's changing.
Do you think that allows more people to hear your music?
I think so. I get to see a lot of the stats, and it's nice when you go on and Bulgaria or Romania or Russia, you're like, well, they would have never had an opportunity to have a physical CD of ours, but they type in Philadelphia rockabilly, and there we are. We show up, and it is amazing.
And if the numbers dictate, you can book an Eastern European tour.
Well, hopefully.
Rockabilly was kind of big a few years back in Finland.
Yeah, Finland, Japan, but I don't
Everyone see something funny. Look up Japan rockabilly. There's a scene out there.
Really?
And they, just like for some of their car stuff, they take it over the top. I mean, their hair's like 3 feet. They really go crazy with it over there.
Wow.
That's why the Setch Orchestra does a lot of stuff. They'll go over to Japan a lot because it's
huge.
Yeah.
So obviously, along with the distinct rockabilly sound, there's a rockabilly look, and you start by looking at that gorgeous upright bass that you yourself painted, Mike.
Yeah. When we made that switch between the punk stuff and the rockabilly stuff, I said, there was a lot of bands calling themselves rockabilly, not playing the upright, and I said, no, I got to put down the electric, pick up the upright, and cause it's not the same. It's just not the same sound.
Was that difficult going from a regular electric bass to an upright?
I mean, I spent a ton of time standing listening to Bill Haley and the Comets, because one of my biggest influences, Reverend Horton Heat, the Stray Cat stuff, and just mimicking.
The hand conditioning.
And the hand conditioning, yeah, it beats you up pretty good. So, no, it was just, I play this untraditional, and I play it a lot like I do my upright. I mean, my electric.
Sure.
It's just the right hand, the slapping and stuff is, that took a little bit to get used to, but lots of time.
Yeah.
Lots of time standing in my room by myself just playing.
Yeah. Well, definitely it's a showpiece. It's an eye catcher.
Thank you.
So, all right, you guys have
painted
another
this
song? What's that?
I painted this with a rattle can.
Did you?
Yeah.
You guys have another song ready to go?
Yep. Do Barn Burner? Sure. This song's called Barn Burner. Well, I never tried to be the best. I don't act much like the rest. I do my thing all the time. Well, that's alright, 'cause it suits me fine. I do what I want, say what I want, that's me. I do what I want, say what I want, that's me. Well, everybody wants to be cool, just like being back in school. Well, that's alright, you can have it changed. Looks to me that's still the same. I do what I want, say what I want, that's me. I do what I want, say what I want, that's me. Well, I'm gonna tell you one more time. Try to change me, you're wasting time. So I do my thing all the time. Well, that's alright, 'cause it suits me fine. I do what I want, say what I want, and that's me. I do what I want, say what I want, and that's me.
Red Hill Ramblers live here on WEEU. We're going to send it back for traffic and AccuWeather and more live here from the sound room after this. Welcome back to Good Afternoon, Berks Country on the Voice, WEEU. Dave Langley standing by with the news in about 9 minutes. We've got time for a couple more songs from our very special musical guest today. Once again, Red Hill Ramblers.
You know who's the mastermind. I said, run, run, Rudolph, you can't be forward behind. Then when Rudolph acted like the mastermind, I said, run, run, Rudolph, Santa's gotta make it to town. I said, run, run, Rudolph, gonna take the freeway down. Said, away when Rudolph shooting like a merry-go-round. To the boy, what you been looking for? He said, I want to rock and roll, electric guitar roll. Then when Rudolph shooting like a shooting star, I said, run, run, Rudolph, Santa's gotta make it to town. I said, run, run, Rudolph, gonna take the freeway down. Then when Rudolph spinning like a merry-go-round, run, run, Rudolph, Santa's gotta make it to town. I said, run, run, Rudolph, gonna take the freeway down. Then when Rudolph shooting like a merry-go-round, said to the girl, what you been looking to get? Said, I wanna live little doll that he cries, sleeps, and wins. Then when Rudolph's shooting like a laser jet, I said, run, run, Rudolph, Santa's gotta make it to town. I said, run, run, Rudolph, gonna take the freeway down. Then when Rudolph's spinning like a merry-go-round,
Red Hill Ramblers live here on WEEU.
thank you.
How important is showmanship in your live performances?
Everything.
It's a lot. Showmanship ranks right up next to image too. I'm keep forgetting like we're in a studio, so I'm like don't have to do too much, but it gets you once you start going.
I don't know if Joe, your drummer, got the memo. He's putting on a show out here. He's standing up. He's doing big fills. He's got rocking the Santa hat, the Slayer sweater. So he's a show in and of himself.
Yeah.
One person or 1,000 people.
Yeah.
They, especially nowadays, they take the effort to come see you or they want to watch you. It doesn't matter. You give them a show. It doesn't matter who's there, because there's a million other things you can do these days.
So if it was 100 people, 1,000 people, or just Doug Bueller, you guys are bringing a show.
We extended a set one time years ago, like 4 or 5 songs passed because there was a husband and wife that were sitting there watching us at a fair, and everybody was gone, and we kept playing because they wanted to hear some more music, and we put on a show like we've been playing in front of 1,000.
Yeah.
But that's a lot. We feel a lot of local. A couple things. A lot of local music is missing these days. We play with some bands and they just play and they walk off the stage. I mean, we set up our set with like a big ending. We was playing it out and just like image too. I mean, this isn't too far from our. This is pretty much how we dress anyway. But I mean, I don't wear a button down like this all the time. But this is pretty much our normal dress and hair and all. We don't dress up just to play. We just step up the game a little bit, like I said.
Well,
I don't wear a Western shirt every day.
It's evident. There's an energy to you guys here in this room and your performance that you guys put a lot of work into it. So, kudos for that.
Oh, thank you.
So, speaking of live shows, what do you guys have coming up?
Yeah, January 11th, Time Bar and Grill, Newtown, Pennsylvania. With Adam Fry, Derelict Franchise. Good time.
It kind of go. That's about the only thing we have set right now. It kind of comes and goes. Like we go through cycles where we get a bunch of stuff going, and then we kind of just lay back and worry about those gigs, and then it comes to a time where we're like, we should have been booking more while we were playing these. So we're it's kind of we're working on some more stuff. We got stuff coming up, nothing concrete, but we usually get a lot busier over the winter, so it'll pick up.
And people can keep tabs. You mentioned Facebook and your website. What's the best way again?
Right now, probably the Facebook. The website isn't up and running because nobody uses .com anymore. So the Red Hill Ramblers at Facebook, that's pretty much the go-to.
Yeah.
We are on Twitter too, but
John.
Instagram.
Okay.
Once again, anything that the
Facebook's-
modern kids are using.
Facebook's the best. That's the most current. We keep up on that all the time. So Facebook, of course.
Search it up, Red Hill Ramblers. Find out all the dates and that new album, of course, coming out sometime early in 2019.
Yeah, we're looking end of January, maybe early February, something like that.
Somewhere
Awesome.
around there, yeah.
I want to thank you all so much for coming in here. We've got time for one more song before Dave's news, so let it rip.
All right. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
This week's been kind of rough. Think I'm getting ready to bust. I gotta go, gotta get away. I can't take you to one more day, 'cause tonight is all I need. Myself and me free. My kind of holiday, 'cause I'm going to be flying tonight. So I'm going to be But if you get in a hurry, you can. It's the best to get away, 'cause tonight is all I need. Myself and to be free. My kind of holiday, 'cause I'm going to bed flying tonight. I'm going to bed flying tonight. Getting tired of the same old track. Gotta find me a brand new bag. Somewhere down that you don't know. So maybe later I'll see you around, 'cause tonight is all I need. Myself and to be free. My kind of holiday, 'cause I'm going to bed flying tonight. I'm going to bed flying tonight. Tonight is all I need. Myself and to be free. My kind of holiday, 'cause I'm going to bed flying tonight. I'm going to bed. Thank you so much. No, we have a bigger set closer. Yeah. That's usually like 4 songs. It's like 4 songs.
That's abbreviated.
Once again, it's the time of year for a white snowman and little reindeer. And everyone you know